What up, y'all? This is your boy M. Dot. Shout out to Worldstar, particularly because I was on the website yesterday and I saw this young woman giving her definition of the N word. And before I start, to that young lady, I suggest that since you seem to be so fascinated with the word, to pick up this book right here. It is, well, you see the title, and it's written by Randall Kennedy. It's a great book, and it should give you a, if you don't understand what I'm saying right now, if you're watching this and you don't understand what I'm saying, read this book, and it should better clear up anything that I'm saying. But I was watching it, and it was interesting, to say the least, and I respect, and I respect that you have an opinion, and that's cool. But my problem wasn't with you saying the word. It was more of the definition that you were using, because the definition that you were using was in context of an attitude. And that attitude is an attitude I've seen portrayed outside of the African American race, as well as I've seen it in Native Americans, Hispanics, even Caucasians. So for you to use that word in that context was wrong. And I feel that if you're going to use the word and try to define it, you should get a clear definition, because if you actually did some research or you actually knew what you were talking about, you would understand that this word actually doesn't have a meaning, because it was a term used to degrade people, but it was never actually defined. It was a term used to degrade a race, but it wasn't actually defined. Case in point, if you look at a dictionary, Webster's Dictionary of 1982, the N-word was actually defined as a black or a member of any dark-skinned people, which would exclude people like Drake. I'm sure you're familiar with Drake. He's not brown at all, but he still classifies himself as that word, and so would other people. In 2002, it then changed and said a member as an East Indian, a Filipino, and an Egyptian of very dark-skinned race, which would also exclude light-skinned people as well. But also, it would exclude Egyptians, so you're saying there aren't any dark-skinned Egyptians. So if you're Egyptian, then you're not that word, which would, it doesn't fit at all, because that's not how we use it, and that's not what it refers to. And then I went to Wikipedia, which is what we all use today. Shout out to Boondocks. And it said it's a noun in the English language, and it refers to black people, generally people of sub-Saharan African descent, and is also an informal slang term. So refers to people of sub-Saharan descent. First of all, that would imply that there are no white people born in the continent of Africa, which is a very naive way of thinking of the world, a very informed way of thinking of the world. And also, it would, if you take the word descent, we've been around, if you believe in Darwinism, on this planet for more than 2,000 years. So if you look at the very first human being, there was no human being that was born below the sub-Sahara. Actually, the first human remain was found in the Fertile Crescent, which was a little bit by Saudi Arabia and Iraq, which is above the Sahara Desert. So technically, that word doesn't exist. So for you to categorize it as an attitude, I'm sorry, but that would be wrong. And hey, if that's the case, and you want to categorize like that, then I'm pretty sure that you have exhibited some nigga tendencies yourself. So be careful about what you say, because sometimes you just look stupid outside of being just a little bit racist. Shout out to Worldstar. Holla at me. M. Dot. Peace.